The word atheist is like a bad word, so no one identifies. And if we come out and do this, it helps to spread the word. It's been growing, in the media.
Now let's just say you're wrong, okay?
That's where you're going is Pascal's wager.
Let's just say you're wrong and you die. How are you going to convince God to let you into heaven?
I don't think I'll need to.
Really?
Any form of God that created such a, I don't believe in creation, but if he did create this, I don't think that he would be so megalomaniacal that he needs to punish me forever. I'm a good person. I do good things. I'm a good person. I don't believe he would want to punish me forever.
So you're not going to hell?
I don't think hell exists.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Now, what about Jesus? Who is Jesus?
Jesus very well could have been a very good guy. He had a great message.
Good guy.
And I think it just got built up. There's a tons of messiahs from around that area that have the same thing. All the virgin birth. They have all the same issues.
Right.
And he was a good guy with a good message. And then after he died, nothing was written in the Bible for 80, 100 years, and it got blown up.
Right. Okay. Now, do you believe I have a soul?
I don't believe in a soul.
No?
Nah.
I have soul.
I mean,
I have soul.
I've got soul, brother. I've got soul, but you don't have like an inanimate, part of you that's going to live on when you die. When you die, you're gonna be dead.
So what happens when you die?
You become a tree. You become grass. Your molecules get broken down. Everything gets redistributed, and you end up, in another form. It's not you. It's you're just made of star stuff. All your elements were formed in the stars, and that's how it is.
Isn't that a little sad and depressing?
No. What is sad? What would be sad was that if the God created the entire universe, all the galaxies, just for us, and there's nothing else out there. That's sad. What's not sad is that I'm here after the product of 14 billion years of life in of the universe, and 4.5 billion years of the Earth, 3.1 billion years of life, just to be here. That's not sad.
Were you sad before you were born?
No, yeah.
Same place.
That's not sad. Like, I got to be here. I won, as I think Dawkins said, I won the genetic lottery. I got to be here.
Right.
Nothing sad.
All right. What year is it?
2012.
AD?
Yes.
You must hate that.
Yeah, it's a historical thing.
Now, if you had to convert to a religion, if you had to, just for fun, what would it be? Judaism, Islam, Buddhism, Christianity. If you had to, pick one.
Pastafarianism.
Obviously.
There's beer volcanoes and stripper factories in heaven. Like, where's the question?
Okay, all right. Now, do you think religion has been a net positive or a net negative thing in world history?
It's a push and a take. Like, a lot of atheists like to just say all religion is bad. I see religious people where it's very important in their life. It does something for them. It helps them in their lives. Christians like to point out, they try to say that atheists, Stalin, Nazi, they try to push. Both sides like to do murder numbers,
okay,
and then rack them up. That's a push.
Right. That's a push.
It's a push.
Really?
Well, most times they're wrong anyways. Stalin, Nazis were mostly Catholic.
Really?
They're wrong on both
Nazis
sides.
were Catholics?
Hitler was a Catholic.
Hitler was Catholic?
Really?
The Catholic Church actually supported the Nazis in the very beginning.
Okay.
You see, that's a moot point.
All right, okay.
That's not what I want to go.
Okay, all right.
Religion is a benefit in some people's lives, but it's also done a lot of things. But I'm not going to whitewash religion as being horrible because of that.
Okay. Now, how did the Earth get started?
An amalgamation of matter due to gravity that collected on itself. I'm not a physicist, but I read that's what I can come up with.
What was that again?
And after the Big Bang, there was a lot of extra matter in the universe.
Yeah.
Supposedly gravity coalesced those things, and it formed planets.
Yeah, okay.
I can't believe I'm getting an interview at Fox News. This is amazing!
So who started the Big Bang?
Who invented God? Who created God?
I don't know.
God is eternal is what they say.
I don't get it.
See, the great thing about this is I'm okay with not knowing everything about the universe.
Okay.
I can look at science and look what we have found out, and I can look at that objectively, but I don't have to have every answer, you know?
So science hasn't figured out who created the Big Bang?
There could be no who. There's no who.
Don't things start? How do things start?
Yes, the way the religious people would like to focus that everything has to have a first cause.
Right.
I'm not a philosopher. I'm not. You know, I don't. My atheism isn't dependent on me knowing how the universe began.
Okay.
It's not like I can look at science and say, okay, we've got good things figured out. I don't have to know how everything. I'm
Okay.
comfortable with not.
Okay. You're comfortable with not knowing. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot. I think I know just as much as the religious person would say they know. They're taking it on faith. We're taking it on evidence. I don't have to know, 100%. And you question me on how the Earth formed or how the Big Bang thing doesn't discredit my belief or my knowledge that I see no evidence for
No,
God.
I'm not trying to discredit you. I'm just
Oh no,
trying to
but I
find
mean
out.
it's a
Sure.
common refrain.
Now, have you ever prayed?
Yeah, when I was young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you believe in miracles?
Absolutely.
No?
No.
What about the miracle on ice? We beat the Russians in 1980?
This is a very kind of funny kind of interview. This is going for the morning. The Fox and Friends. The Fox and Friends. Steve Ducey is going to be like making fun of me, isn't he?
No, this is for Bill O'Reilly. Yeah.
Excellent. Invite me on. Tell him to
Now,
invite me on.
let me ask you this.
Tell him to invite me on so that he can tell me how he thinks.
Okay. All right.
Gravity works.
All right. Let me ask you this. Has Obama been a good or a bad president for atheists?
You know, Obama's been a mixed bag for people who support him. He hasn't come through with everything. He actually gave a speech, the first time I've ever heard a president acknowledge non-believers.
Right.
So in that respect, he gave a speech, the same speech. He talked about his father's atheism openly. That's good, and it's but he supported faith-based initiatives.
Right.
He's done other things that
Reverend Wright.
yeah. So. It's the same thing. It's a mixed bag.
Right.
But
Now, the president, you believe religion's a myth, right?
yeah,
And he obviously believes in that myth. So you think the president's been scammed into this whole Christianity deal?
you want to know the truth?
Yeah.
I don't think he believes.
What do you think?
I think he's very, very smart and knows that an atheist can't get elected anywhere except for Representative Pete Stark in California because he's got a really nice district. But
Obama's a secret atheist.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, he's at least more. He's not a fundamentalist.
Right.
Belief is a scale.
Right.
Belief is a scale, and atheism is at the far end. He's somewhere less on the scale than Rick Santorum.
Right. Now, why can't an atheist get elected president?
Because just what we talked about before, atheism is a bad word. People we're just about reason. We don't expect myth. It doesn't mean we eat babies.
But Americans are a reasonable people. I mean, we've accomplished a lot of scientific and progressive advancements. We're some of the most intelligent universities. Why wouldn't we go for an atheist president?
There are many reasonable demographics within America, but creationism, something like 55% of people don't believe in evolution. That's not reasonable. We're not a reasonable people.
Okay.
When you look at that, we're not an evidence-based people.
Right. Okay. Last question. Anything you want to say to Bill O'Reilly?
I wouldn't know where to start.
Do you watch the show?
Occasionally.
Yeah. What do you think?
He's not evidence-based. He's not evidence-based. He's about himself. I could go off, but you're just looking for a soundbite, man.
Thank you very much. I already got one.
I'm sure you did.
Thank you. Good job. Okay. Wow, it's really pouring.